guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you can enjoy more videos like this one. Anyway, tonight we're going to be going over episode number 8 of Empire called Do You Remember Me? The funny thing about that title to this episode is that there were some people that I forgot about, okay? And the people that I'm talking about are the Dubois. That is them, right? Diana Dubois, okay? The episode opens up with Diana's family having a meeting, and whoever that cousin was, the cousin that Tate, what's his name? I forgot the actor's name. You know, he's very popular actor, and I actually can't even think about him right now. It's too late. But you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. He got killed. Diana's son. He was killed by accident or self-defense or something like that, right? By Jamal. So you know Diana, she's in jail, aka Mrs. Huxtable. She ain't like Claire though on Empire though. She a little, more evil. But anyway, so she's in jail, Diana, right? And you know Diana has this vendetta that she would love to settle with the Lions, okay? So after the cousin, I guess, that's her nephew, he's telling everybody, I want to do what Aunt Diana would want us to do, which is to take down the Lions. So after he says that, we get that scene again, right? Of Lucious getting shot, then Cookie running out the house and being blown up in the car. Whoever is killing or shooting Lucious, right, and killing Cookie, it would make a lot of sense for it to be the Dubois because they hate both Lucious and Cookie. Now, all the other people that we've seen thus far, right, minus Tracy, they don't really have a beef with Cookie. They all are enemies of Lucious. So anybody else that will actually want to kill Lucious and Cookie, it would be the Dubois. First of all, Diana, she feels like Cookie had something to do with her son's downfall, and she didn't want her son messing with her in the first place. So that whole thing just makes a lot of sense. However, we also have Tracy, who, if she wanted to kill Lucious, she would also want to take down Cookie. But as you can see, even though I'm fast forwarding, Cookie is trying to do away with her marriage to Lucious. So there really is no real reason for Tracy to hate Cookie that much. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's just still jealous. Because Cookie is trying to get away from Lucious. Now it seems like she needs to be hating Yana, since that seems like Lucious's new love and all that crap, which is totally annoying. But it showed the preview for next week that Cookie will be asking Lucious for a divorce, which is very sad. All right, so let's move on with the episode, guys. All right, we didn't see the Dubois anymore after that, but it does make a lot of sense, right? For the Dubois, if that's what's going to happen to Cookie and Lucious, it would make sense for the Dubois to be the suspects. It would, to be the ones to do it. But, at the same time, it's too easy, because clearly the writers, they want us to, they want this to be a mystery. So I don't think they're going to make it that easy for us. Maybe the situation is that one person who has a vendetta against Lucious comes for Lucious to kill him, and then the Dubois get Cookie or something. It might be something, different. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me about your theories and stuff like that. I know some of you have been dropping theories, and I thoroughly enjoy them. I really appreciate it. So keep them coming now, because you know what? It seems like every week they're adding on a new suspect, a new person. They're making sure that all the enemies come forward. You know what I'm saying? They're reminding us of all the enemies that Lucious has made along the way, and now also Cookie as well, even though Cookie didn't mean to make this enemy, you know what I'm saying, but it is what it is. Okay, so then we have a scene with Lucious and Yana, and he says that they stayed the night together, but all they did, that was the first time he spent the night with a woman where all they did was talk. So as the scene goes along, we find out that Lucious told Yana about the conversation, the revelation that his mother, made to him. She told him that he wasn't born evil, all that stuff. And he basically said that it was a weight lifted off of him, right? He also talked about, his relationship with his sons, with Yana, and all that stuff. I'm mentioning this stuff, guys, but honestly, this whole thing tonight between him and Yana got on my nerves, okay? So Lucious lets it be known that he wants to work it out with Yana, and she tries to play hard at first, but then she caves in, which seems to be a general thing that she does throughout this whole episode. Trying to play hard, but then caving in. And it's like, girl, we'll get back to that. I'm jumping the gun here. I'm moving too fast. So next we have my boy Reggie from the Shy making an appearance, okay, performing, okay. And I did hear that he could sing. I'm talking about the actor that plays Reggie from the Shy. His name is Barton or something like that. Is it Barton something or Barton or something? It's something. I don't remember his name. Anyway, his real name, but that's not important right now. I did hear that he could sing, and he sounded good, but I never, heard his music or nothing like that. Never went to research his music or anything, but he sounded good. It was nice to see him, because he did get shot up on the Shy, and the rumor has it is that he's not returning. So who knows what's going to happen with that? I ain't feeling that. Anyway, so Andre wants to try to get Reggie, aka Prophetic, to sign with Empire. But Prophetic is an independent artist, who seems to be doing very, very well on his own. All right. So Andre seems like he tries to get on Prophetic's good side by, tugging on his heartstrings when it comes to something that hit home with gun violence, right? So he makes a very great donation, okay, to the cause of gun violence, right? And so then afterwards, when Andre goes and talks to Prophetic, long story short, it didn't work out, and Andre brings up the donation in some type of way, and Prophetic is like, oh, so you mean your little donation came with some invisible strings attached? And he said, you could keep your donation. And he left. He said, because I'm not signing with nobody. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. And Andre's saying, that's okay, brother. We'll respect your autonomy. But it didn't work out. And Prophetic just left. He said, it's not going to happen. We're good. No hard feelings. But it ain't going to happen. Hold on now. Guys, I'm so sorry about that interruption. That was my son at the door coming home from work. I don't even remember the last thing I was saying, but we're going to just move right on, right? So, Lucious comes in because Andre is, clearly he's discouraged, I guess, because his little plan to get Prophetic to sign did not work. But Lucious shows up and he encourages them and he says, don't worry, there'll be plenty more artists like Prophetic coming through. And he was telling them, he said, you just breathe. And then he also let Andre know that he was appreciative of, for him holding down Empire. And then Andre says, he seemed to really appreciate it, and he let his father know that. So seemed like they had a little genuine moment finally, because last week Lucious seemed to genuinely apologize and try to make peace with him while he was on stage, and Andre wasn't really feeling it. But this time Andre seemed a little more receptive to it. But here comes Kingsley to get all in Andre's ear, okay, in his head, and mess all that up and put it right back to him keeping a wedge between Lucious and Andre. All right, because Andre was just sopping it up, All right. So as Lucious is leaving, Tracy wants to know if they're still on for their lunch, but he quickly blows her off, and she didn't seem too happy about that. Next, we have Tracy meeting up with the writer for Lucious's movie script, okay? And she wants to know what Lucious was having the writer to leave out. Okay. And so he was, telling her little bits and pieces here and there. But then he starts to say, I don't think I'm supposed to be telling you all this. And she says, oh no, it's okay. We're great friends. Me and Lucious are great friends. We go way back and stuff. And so then this idiot proceeds with the information, and then he comes up with this freaking tape of Shine rapping that supposedly nobody's ever heard. Okay, this is a problem. So on this tape, Shine is rapping about the robbery that took place, the Philly Street robbery, okay, that infamous robbery, and he's rapping about it. And of course, she's happy to get her hands on this. But my thoughts about this whole thing was that it should not have been that easy for her to get that information, not just the tape, but for him to be running his mouth like that. There should be some type of contract, or whatever that prohibits him from spilling that information, because regardless of her claiming and saying that, oh, she has certain shares in Empire, and her and Lucious go way back, that doesn't matter. Lucious is the one that's behind this project, and that is the only person that the guy should have been spilling beans to, or spilling his guts to. You know what I mean? Like, that right there was so stupid. But anyway, that guy right there needs to be totally fired. Someone else needs to be working on that Lucious movie, because that was a pure violation of privacy and all that stuff. Next, we have Cookie, who's talking to her sister Carol, about the singer-producer, who she called Melvin. And it was just a little weird to me that she was calling this woman Melvin, but it still didn't hit me yet, okay? But anyway, aka Melody, that she wants to work with, but Lucious already put a bad taste in Melody's mouth, and she refused to work with any other lions. She's done with Empire, okay? But Carol tells her, keep on trying. And then Cookie pulls up her ring, and Carol's telling her, is that your ring? Give it here, give it here. And Cookie's like, first of all, let me just stick with the script, because I'm telling you, this lady Carol is just too overbearing. She's really annoying. Anyway, so I was so happy when Cookie was telling her, girl, you better get up out of here. Shoot, I'm keeping this ring, or I'm going to do something with this ring. I'm going to make some earrings out of it or something like that. You know what I mean? What the heck? What's wrong with you? Who gives you the right to ask for somebody else's ring? I don't care if it is your sister. Whatever she wants to do with that ring is her business. You don't got the right to be asked to give it up, give it here. Girl, bye. As if keeping the ring means that you're keeping the man. Some people keep their rings because they just do, for whatever reason. If they want to pawn it, or if they want to, do whatever the heck they want to do with it. But that don't got nothing to do with her. Freaking nosy, overbearing behind. Anyway, so then we got Lucious, right? And he bringing Yana to this music store or whatever it was. And they find out together, Yana's been there before, right? And she already knows about this place and all this stuff. And so, she tells him that they both found that place at different times in their lives. I am paraphrasing a little bit. They both found this place at different times in their lives because they're destined to be together. All right, next we have Andre, who meets with Prophetic again and tries to butter him up. And he's over there telling people, they're in this club, and he's telling you, oh, make sure they get whatever they want, and he left the scene, all right? Throughout that time, what's his name, is dealing with this white girl, Prophetic. And we'll talk about that a little more later. Anyway, next, Cookie meets up with Melody to talk to her again, right? They talk, and Cookie finally gets through to her, and Cookie tells her, one song is all I need to prove to you that you're the star that you are, and you were basically born to be on that stage. All right. Next, we have Lucious and Yana again bonding over music this time, but this time she's singing and he's playing the guitar. All right, and you know, as much as I don't care for this union, the girl could sing. It was actually a nice little collab, you know what I mean? Him with the guitar and her singing with her lovely voice. But I want you guys to listen to this, right? This is the thing that I noticed. The words that she was saying, the lyrics that she was basically singing. And it said, "You ain't been here from the jump, so don't try to finesse my life." And I kind of feel like that's weird, because I feel like that's how Lucious should feel about her. You know, because she seemed like someone that's trying to finesse his life, you know what I mean? But she ain't been there from the jump. You know, she's coming in with her spiritual universe energy kick, whatever she's on, right? And she's trying to make it seem like she's so in tune to what Lucious is about and who he is and all this stuff. And basically, to me, like I said, trying to finesse his life with her words. But she ain't been there from jump. That's all I gotta say. I just found that a little weird, how those words that she was singing didn't even resonate with him. Like, it was making, some things were making me feel like, how come he's not thinking about Cookie, you know? But as I established last week in the, you know, for the review of the last week's episode, you know, Cookie kind of pushed him away with the rejection. So she basically pushed him into the arms of Yana, and I guess he feels like there's no more hope, whatever. All right, so anyway, then he brings, as if all this bonding is not enough, he brings her to Empire. Okay, and she's talking, like I said, she's into this whole energy stuff, and she says that she feels some type of free spirit, some spirit of freedom there. At the same time, she feels a spirit of like maleficence. And she, you know, we later find out that she's not too comfortable with that feeling, you know. But as her and Lucious are sitting down and talking, he's basically saying like it's the yin and the yang, where they both kind of have to go together. And she's trying to explain to him, well, you know, you don't have to have darkness in order to have light, you know, that's a myth, you know. And so he tells her that you're my light. Oh gosh, Lucious. Is anybody else done? I mean, at this point, right? While you were watching it, were you done? Because I was done. I'm just really trying to figure out the whole purpose of this whole Lucious and Yana thing. I'm just trying to figure out the purpose, and I just don't see it. So next we see that Andre finds a way to weasel Prophetic into trusting him, because he clearly planted this white chick right in the club to be all on Prophetic and all that stuff, because we find out that she was underage. All right, next we have Tracy listening to Shine's record of Philly Street, right? Of the Philly Street robbery. And what she seems to figure something out. So immediately she goes and she calls Lucious, and he doesn't answer, right? And she leaves a message, and she said, Lucious, you need to call me back. I have something that you really need to hear. And but then as she's walking, because it's like she's walking down the hall, and she looks into a room, I guess it's one of the studios, and she sees Yana and Lucious all cuddled up. And that makes her mad. So, you know, now she's not going to share this information with Lucious now. She's going to withhold it from him. Okay. And we'll see. And clearly make him pay for not wanting her. This chick is crazy. Next, we have Andre paying off his actors that he planted in order to hook Prophetic. All right. And, of course, Kingsley shows up. And he's basically giving him the kudos and telling him that his scheme was well played. Next, we have Yana packing her things. Like, Lucious spent the night with her again. And she's packing her things. And she's like, I have a flight. And he's like, I know you ain't, trying to leave and everything. And she's like, oh, last night it was magical. But it was definitely made clear to me that this is where you belong and where I don't. So she walks out and she leaves him. But in my mind, I was like, yes, thank you. Finally, like, get the heck out of here, girl. Kick rocks. Then he gets a text from Cookie telling him to meet him somewhere. And so when he gets there, he meets up with Cookie, and he gets there and he sits down and he watches Melody perform along with, Cookie. They sit together and they watch Melody perform. And while Melody is performing, there's a flashback of Melody, right? And Bumpy and Lucious walk into the room. And I guess Melody was supposed to perform. Actually, Melvin was supposed to perform. And to Lucious's and Bumpy's surprise, Melody or Melvin turned into Melody, right? So they didn't know. They found out right before he was supposed to go on to perform that he was interested in transitioning. Okay, so that of course pissed Lucious off because he said he spent $1.2 million on Melvin. The people want to see Melvin. So, to each his own, but you can see why Lucious was a little upset, because if he put this money into, a man, and then all of a sudden you're a woman that comes out on stage, that's like, it makes things a little tough. So, she was so upset with Lucious, but at the same time, honey, you had to tell Lucious that first. So it's not a thing that I feel like that Lucious really dogged her out. I don't know. What do you guys feel about that? I don't feel like Lucious really dogged her out. I think that maybe Lucious, he was insensitive, like he had said. After the performance that Melody did, Lucious went and he apologized to her, and he said that, he was very insensitive, and that he's much better now with things, which is true, even though he's got his mess still going. All right. But before this, Cookie gave Lucious her ring, and she said, this will cover the $1.2 million, basically, that you lost for Melody. Okay, this will cover that. And so he takes the ring and he goes and apologizes to Melody for being insensitive in the past. And, Cookie is definitely the right representation for you, and I wish you the best of luck. And then he leaves the ring on the stage. Now, my only thing is, of course, Melvin had the right to be in his feelings at the time. So I'm just saying Melvin, who's Melody now, had the right to be in his feelings at the time. But at the same time, it's something that he should have told Lucious beforehand, before he signed a contract. You don't sign a contract as a man and then pop up as a woman and like, oh, here I am, and then expect people to be like, embrace you, because it's not about it at this point. It's not about transgender or nothing like that. It's about the fact that you was, deceitful. You know what I mean? So, and of course, let's just be clear, guys, because we all know that if Melody would have went forward and told Lucious that she was she was transitioning, Lucious wouldn't have went for that, right? So it was a lose-lose for her. But maybe if she would have transitioned first and just never let Lucious know that she was, born a man, then maybe everything would have worked out, right? Because clearly he could sing as a man and could blow as a woman, okay? Both, obviously, because Lucious was interested in the male version. But anyway, I was just trying to see, sometimes I just try to see both sides, you know what I mean? Because I don't really feel like it was a right or wrong kind of situation. But it was just that, I thought that Lucious completely dogged out this woman. But, it's all good. So, and then I could also understand why Cookie brought up the whole trash can incident with Jamal and Lucious. So there you have it, because it was that type of similar situation. Okay. But you know, guys, I wasn't surprised that Melody was a man. I kept looking at her face like something, she just reminded, there was something about certain features. So anyway, next we have Lucious chasing after Yana, guys. Chasing this chick down. She trying to leave and he talking about, no, don't go, you belong here, this and that. If you... While at the same time, Andre's proposing to Terry the right way. And they have parallel speeches, the lion men, right? Parallel speeches. Lucious is over here telling Yana she's his light, while Andre is over here telling Tracy she's his light, which is very true, okay, for Andre to say to his wife. But for Lucious to say that this freaking little girl, Yana, is his light, is just, I'm just over it. Lastly, we have Tracy playing the Shine tape, okay, for Philly Street. And you know, guys, this is a uh-oh, and we knew it. We knew this was coming, all right? She tells him that Lucious owes him everything, and we're going to make him pay, all right? And so as Philly Street is listening to this record of Shine rapping, he looks heated, okay, pissed off. So we don't know what he's gonna do, all right, but I guess we're definitely just gonna have to see. But my thing is, Tracy is doing all of this just because Lucious doesn't want her. And it's like, girl, get over it, you know? Sheesh, get over it, girl. The man never wanted you. How about that? Never. Anyway. So, guys, that's it. So I guess we're just going to have to wait to see what happens. You know, let's see how Philly Street deals with the situation. And we're just going to keep seeing. I guess it's just new revelation after revelation, right? Maybe next week we're going to see a new enemy surface that we may have forgotten about. Oh, boy. Enemy after enemy. Now that the Dubois have resurfaced, what do you guys think about that now? Where on your list, on your own personal list of people that may have shot Lucious or blew up Cookie in the car, where are the Dubois on that list now? Let me know down in the comments and let's talk about it, guys. That was my review for tonight. You guys have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye-bye.